Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I did a makeup look on what I'm wearing right here, and I did a post yesterday on Instagram with this exact look with a little bit of a different lip shade, asking if you'd like to see it, and a lot of people commented yes, so I did this look here today. And I did get a little bit of feedback saying that maybe the lip color should be different, so I did a more nude shade with a gloss on it today, so it's the only difference in what I did from the post from yesterday. And so if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Hey everyone, so starting out today's video, I already have my eyes prepped. I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair, and then I also use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder, or Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair as well, and to set that down just on my eyes and around my eyebrows so that I don't have to worry about blending after when I put on my foundation. And then for my eyebrows, I use the Annabelle pencil in Universal Medium, looks like that. And I just set that down with the Make Me Brow from Essence in the shade 03 Soft Brownie Brows. And if you want to see the products that I use, you can always look in the description box below. So for the eyeshadow look that I'm going to be going in with, I'm going to be using one palette today. So it's the Sephora Pro palette here, and it has lots of more like rainbow kind of shades, and that's the kind of look we're doing today. I would actually have liked to start with a yellow, but this one only has like a lime green kind of color up here, and although I do think it's really pretty, I kind of wanted to do like a more like summer sunset kind of a look today. So I am just going to start off with, I'm going to take the Morphe E27 brush here, and I'm just going to go into the orange shade, and I'm just going to start working it into my crease and kind of more out to my eyebrow. So it is okay if it goes a little bit further because I don't have any face product on, then I can just clean it up afterwards. So just gonna take that, starting off really lightly in the crease. I always kind of start in the middle when I'm doing these kind of a looks because I do want to kind of cut the front part into like a cut crease. So starting in the middle is always helpful because you want to go more outwards and not downwards with this color. And you do want to use very little product at a time because if you use too much, it's going to be that much harder to blend. And I'm just going to start going a little bit more in the front. It's okay if it hits up near the top of the brow in the front, just don't want to have it in the arch area for the color. So we'll kind of take it up there as well. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side to start. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see how the color is being placed to start. So I did go up near my brow, and it kind of goes out a little bit further than where my eyebrow will end. So I'm just going to start with that. And now I'm going to be taking the Morphe E28, and I'm going to be taking that with, we're going to do this pink shade here. I started off with this orange shade. I'm not sure if I actually showed that. And then we're just going to take this really hot pink right here. So taking that on my brush, you want to use even less pressure with this color because it is super bright, and it actually did stain my eyes yesterday when I was taking off my makeup, I noticed. So if you don't want that, I do suggest using like a different pink from a different palette, although I do know a lot of them will stain your eyes. And I'm just going to take that a little bit lower than where we did the orange, but kind of going in the same direction from like the end to the end of the eyebrow here. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just getting close again so you can see where I'm at. And so I'm going to add a little bit more orange to the top, so it's more of like a gradient effect. So just going back in with the Morphe E27 that we already used for the first shade, and taking that same orange we used for the first shade as well. And I'm just going to go over top of where I did the orange already and trying to blend it a little bit in with the pink. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe R33. It looks like this. And I already did this like yesterday, so the product is already on the brush. And I'm just going to take this purple here that's right beside the pink. It's like a pink-purple kind of color. And I'm just going to take that on my brush. And I'm going to do that more directly down onto the lid area on the outside going in. And then we'll cut the crease a little bit afterwards. So I'm just going to brush the product inwards because I don't want it to mix in with the other colors up there. It's kind of easier to do this in a more stamping motion as well, so you can get more pigment. I'm just gonna pull up my eyebrow. There we go. It does feel a little bit funny doing it that way, but it's easier to get the product on. Okay. So once I have that stamped a little bit in there, I'm kind of gonna blend it just upwards a little bit because I do want to cover the whole outer edge of the eye. And just gonna go in and do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, just like that. So I kind of stamped the product in and zooming up for you a little bit so you can see where I'm at. And next I'm going to be taking some of this concealer that I already used here to prep my eyes. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. And this is in the shade Fair. I really like this because it has this sponge top on it. It makes it easier to place the product. But it would be too big for the eyes right now. So I'm going to take a smaller brush to place it on the eyes. I'm going to be taking this Quo brush. It's just the concealer brush from Quo here. And I'm going to take a little bit of the product. Okay. And I'm just going to start off by going in the corner, and then I want to go about halfway to cut the crease. Okay, so I'm back. I just did the concealer on my eyelids there. I didn't do it the most even, but that's okay because I'm going to go around it anyways with a pink and a smaller brush so it looks more defined on the top. But first I need to set it down. I'm going to use a light pink shade from the palette. So I'm going to be taking, this one has a little bit of a glitter in it. If you had one without glitter, I think it would actually look nicer. But I'm going to take this light pink right at the top here, and I'm going to take that on a flat brush. So I'm just going to take this on this dual-ended brush here from Urban Decay Naked. It comes with one of their palettes. And I'm going to take the smaller side. So just going right over top of the concealer just to set it down first. And also you could use just a white shade and then go over with the brighter shade if you wanted to. But I just want to keep it the light neutral pink for this look today. Just kind of patting it down because the concealer is still wet. And you can also go in with your finger. It helps a little bit too to warm up the product. Makes it stick a little bit easier. There's also no wrong or right way to do a cut crease because everybody's eye shape is different. Mine are a little bit hooded, so I like to do my concealer up a little bit higher than where my actual crease ends, personally. Okay, so I set that one a little bit. I'm still going to take my finger actually, just put it in the product and press it down against the eye. Wanting to get the full effect of the color. See, that looks that much better. I like that. And then doing the same thing on the other eye. I'm just going to take this little brush here. I'm actually not sure where this is from. And I want to take that bright pink that we were already using right in here. And I'm just going to take that on this really tiny brush. It's not going to put like a lot more into your look, but I think it's going to make it a little bit more defined. So I'm just going to go right around where I did the concealer and kind of straighten it out and make it look more defined with this color. Okay, so I just did the front of this one, and I'm just going to do the other side as well. I'm going to go over it with the brush that we already used for that hot pink again, which is the E28. It is dipping it into that same hot pink color, and I'm just going to take it a little bit around there as well, just to blend out the top of it. So I am just doing the rest of my face off camera, but I wanted to come on here quickly and say what I'm going to be doing to make sure that I already started a little bit with the foundation, that I get that straight line under there. And so I'm going to take the concealer. So first off, actually, I use this foundation here. I mix these two together. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Freshwear Foundation, and that is in the shade 400, that's this one here, and then I mix that with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in Classic Ivory 201. I do like mixing those a lot lately because I find that my face is really dry, so I definitely need this one for hydration, and I like to use this one for full coverage, so mixing them together has been really helpful. And so I just wanted to show you that I'm going to be using the Maybelline concealer again, and I want to show you how I just push it up to here, and then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender, but I'm going to show it on camera. So you can just kind of place the product under the eye first to start, just in that triangle kind of shape that we always do, and just going to go right up to the line here. I'm going to get a little bit more product out of here, and right up to where you want it to be cut. I'm just going to pull it through. I kind of like to circle it off a little bit at the ends there, so it's not like super straight. Just go up, and then you can blend it out after with your beauty blender. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side, doing that triangle shape again. See, the sponge applicator is really nice for this. It makes it super easy to put the product on. Okay, and just doing the same thing on this eye. And just pulling out a straight line. Just like so. And trying to make sure that they're kind of even. They look pretty even to me, honestly. And then just gonna go do the rest of my concealer off camera. I'm just taking my damn beauty sponge and blending that in. Gonna do the rest of my concealer off camera, just down my nose, cupid's bow, chin, forehead like normal. And gonna set it down with the Maybelline powder. Where did I put that? It's going to be the Maybelline Fit Me Powder, Loose Setting Powder again in the shade Fair. I'm just going to set my face, and then I'll be right back so I can get all the big facial work done. Hey everyone, so I'm back. I have all my foundation, concealer, and the setting powder on. Just thought it'd be better to do that off camera so that I don't have to worry about making a super long video. So I'm just going to take the bronzer now, and I'm going to use the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. Looks like this one here. Has a really pretty print of it's a palm tree kind of a thing. And so just didn't take that on this brush. I already kind of put some product on there. And I'm just gonna do from the top of my ear to about the middle going towards my mouth. And this is really pigmented, so you can do it in like little portions and make it build it up if you want it to. I've been using this brush because I find it's a little bit denser, so it's easier to get like that harsh line down low but blend up top. And just taking a little bit more of that product and just gonna do the same thing on the other side here. I'm just going to take a little bit more of the product on the same brush, and I wanted to go around the temples on my forehead. I always like to do that. Makes it more even with the cheekbones being so dark as well. And also because I think, personally, I have a larger forehead, so I just think it looks better. And then I'm just taking my damp beauty sponge once again and just blending from the middle. I always do that. I go outwards because we just did blend down, so it should make it even. And next, I am going to be taking the Tarte blush in the shade Partey, or I don't know how you would say that. There's a lot of A's in that, Partey. And I'm going to take that on this big brush here. Alright, and I just tapped it in the product, starting from the apples of the cheeks, and just gonna blend that outwards towards where we did the contour. Just doing a little bit up higher, because then we'll do the highlight as well, and everything will come together. I typically don't wear that much blush. I already have a pretty red skin tone, so I'm not a big fan of blushes. But this one's actually really pretty. That I'm gonna be taking, we're gonna be taking the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette here, and I'm gonna be taking Champagne Pop, which I believe, yeah, actually, let me see, which one is it? Yeah, we're gonna take Champagne Pop. So this one here, it's for the more pink side than the gold side, and I'm gonna take that on. We're going to take this Morphe M501, looks like this, and just taking that a little bit in, and starting off with my cheekbones. That highlighter is always really pretty. I think it goes nicely with this look too, because it is like a champagne pink kind of color, and I feel like there's a lot of pinks in this look that we're doing, and it's more like a warm tone. This brush is really nice too. It's very soft. And take it on the tip of my nose, just lightly, my cupid's bow, and my chin. But then I'll also do a little bit down the bridge of my nose. And lately I have been liking my highlight a little bit more muted, so I'm just going to go over it with my damp beauty sponge. There's nothing on here. Also, I feel like it just kind of helps it blend together. Okay, I'm hoping that we have had the last of the camera issues of it moving on me. So I just finished doing my highlight on my cheeks. I think it looks really good actually. And I'm just gonna finish up with my under eyes now. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with taking the Morphe R33 that we already used for the darker pink that was on this corner here. I'm just gonna show it off again. So that was, oh, it's like the purpley pink here. So that was this one. So I'm gonna take that one, probably mix honestly with the hot pink as well. So those two shades. And just gonna start that off going as close as I can to the waterline. I always make that horrible face whenever I do my waterline, like okay, so I'm gonna start off with that, and then I'm gonna blend it out after with some of the orange, and then I can build it up after if I want more of the pink purple there. So I'm gonna start off with that, and we're gonna go in still with the biggest brush here that we use, which is the E27, with that first orange shade, which I will show once again, which is gonna be this one. So honestly, I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just go around the bottom a little bit, because I don't want to take another color, but I want to make sure it's fully blended. And then just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, and just gonna take the beauty blender again under here. I honestly think that it blended up pretty well. I don't think that we need more pink under there, but I do want to do an eyeliner on my lower line. So I'm going to do the Annabelle Waterline Matte Kohl Crayon Eyeliner in the shade Beige. It looks like this. And I did use it yesterday, so I'm just going to take the pink off of there and just going to put it in my under eye, like the waterline area. So I'm going to take my beauty sponge to pull down. Just like so, and that just makes you look a little bit more awake. And I actually kind of want to take a little bit of the Bobbie Brown eyeliner in, it's Longwear Gel Eyeliner in the shade Black Ink 1. Looks like this. I'm just going to take that on, let's do this one. We're going to take the Morphe E43. It's just an eyeliner brush like that, so it's really thin. And you can also probably use that for eyebrows or really close defining work on any eye look. So I'm just going to take that under my waterline here, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my eyeliner all done on my top and bottom waterlines now. And I'm going to take, I still wanted to do like an inner corner and under the eyebrow highlight color, if I can speak. And it's going to be, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush here. It's just like a flat kind of packing brush. And I'm going to take a mixture. I'm going to do the white matte over here, and I'm going to be taking the white sparkly one over here. Starting off with the white sparkly one just on my fingertips so I can warm that up. And I'm only going to do that actually for the corners of my eyes just to give it a little bit more sparkle. Just going to take that on my finger and pressing it outwards. Lately, I have been trying to go more outwards with the looks, making your eye look bigger instead of going up and in. So then I'm just going to take the, what is this one again? It's the e.l.f. brush here, and I'm going to take the matte white shade just to make it look a little bit more white in the corners. And just taking the white matte shade again on the same brush, and just going to go towards the middle to the end of my eyebrow, just underneath. And I'm just going to finish off the look with some mascara. Trying out this new Roller Lash Benefit mascara. I know it's been around forever, but I've actually never used this one. I know I used one from Benefit that had like a silver tube, and I know I like that one, so I got this one. I like how it feels with the, what is this, like a rubber top? So I'm just going to do that quickly. I'm going to do it off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished putting on the Roller Lash mascara. I do think that it's really black, but I'm not sure about how I feel about the wand yet. I might just have to get used to it because I am used to using a more thicker wand, like the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but this one was getting really crusty on me. But you can see like how thick that is, and then I'll show you the difference with the Roller Lash. Yeah, see it's a lot thinner and curved, so I'm just getting used to how to work with that one, but I think it looks pretty good. I would say if you had eyelashes to put those on, I don't have any with me right now, but I think that like a nice fluttery lash would look really pretty with this kind of a look. And also I want to get into my lip color. So there, in the photo that I posted yesterday on Instagram, I did a mixture of this Makeup Forever lipstick that is in shade 105, which is like a rosy pink tone. And then I put the Sephora, what is this one? Cream Lip Stain in shade 32 over top. But I think that I'm going to go in just, with the Sephora one because I did get a couple people saying that it might look better with a different lip color. So I'm going to do maybe like a nude with the gloss on top. So I'm going to use this one as my nude. And we'll see if I want to go a little bit lighter. See how this looks at first. So I'm just going to start off with this. Also, when I was off camera, I did take just a Q-tip and went over my nose rings. I always do that every time I do my makeup. Yeah, so you can see there is a little bit of lines in my lips still, so I'm just gonna go back over with the same color. I'm gonna wait for it to dry. I'm actually gonna set my face right now. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Fix and Mist. So just gonna let everything dry, and I will be right back to put on a gloss, and then we'll show the finished look. Okay, so my skin is just about dry from the setting spray, and I believe that my lip color is as well. So I'm gonna take I don't know which one this is. I'm gonna take the Literally lip gloss from Kylie Cosmetics. I just have the smaller size, the mini version. And it's going to take that right over top. It is a tad bit darker than this actual lip shade, so I hope this works okay. Okay, so this is the finished look. I think that the eye color looks really nice for like a spring or summertime kind of a look. I typically don't use a lot of colors, so I really like this. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to see more looks from me, subscribe and hit the like button so that I know that you like this video. You can leave a comment below. I love hearing if there's like another look that you'd like me to do or a different kind of a video. So thank you so much again, and I will see you next time.